The communication theory was first proposed by Aristotle in the classical period and defined in 1980 by Samuel Hurst. It holds that all living beings on the planet have the ability to communicate, but the method of communication are different. This communication occurs through movement, sounds, reaction, physical changes, gestures, language, breathing, and color transformation, amongst others. Furthermore, we need to understand communication models visually represent different aspects of a communication situation. It's not easy for us to identify the beginning and the end of a conversation, right? As communication is a complex process. We use communication models to simplify our understanding of the communication process. There are three main communication models: visual linear model, interaction model, and transition models. The first one, linear model. In a linear model of communication, one person sends a message and another person receives it. Therefore, it's only moved in one direction. Example could include a speech, a television broadcast, or sending a memo. Linear models typically don't consider any feedback that the recipient may send back to the sender. The second one, interaction model. The interaction model of communication describes that communication as a process in which participants alternate position as sender and receiver and generate meaning by sending messages and receiving feedback within physical and psychological context. A simple conversation over the phone is the most basic example of the interactive models. The third one, transition model. It describes that communication as a two-way interaction process within social, relational, and cultural context. Example of the transition models include a telephone call, interactive training, or a meeting in which all attendees participate by sharing ideas and comments. In conclusion, communication is important for all living. That's all. Thank you for your listening.
The magic bullet theory, also called the hypodermic needle theory, is one of the most influential and earliest examples of mass communication theory. This theory suggests that mass communications lie in firing bullets of information at a passive audience. The word bullets and needle are used to show the powerlessness of the audience as media impact public opinion and behavior. Magic bullet theory was developed by Harold Laswell in 1927. The magic bullet theory model gains inefficient traction after a radio broadcast in October 1938. Listeners would turn into a War of the World program about Martian landing in New Jersey and attacking people mistakenly thought the program to be real. Hundreds of people called police and fire department for updates, and just as many rushed to the store to purchase emergency supplies to protect themselves. This incident became known as the panic broadcast and is promoted the basic magic bullet theory. That's when people have only one source of information, they have no choice but to act on it. The panic broadcast had reached nearly 12 million Americans and 1 million people had believed it. Due to this broadcast, the whole country is in chaos.
Next is element of magic bullet theory. Okay, what is element? Element in a theory help us to understand better about a certain topics that we want to learn about. Theory communication contains every type of information that help us to understand how to communicate with each other better. Nevertheless, for magic bullet theory, it has a slightly different type of communication. When we are trying to communicate with other people other than ourselves. For example, this theory focuses more on how to provoke someone using a different technique, such as using social media to influence people. With the existence of this theory, people use it to manipulate stories. Social media could have a huge effect on the reputation of someone, make someone's perspective, and make lives look better. This shows us that magic bullet theory also contains the negative side of its theory, rather than the good sides. For example, in the New Straits Times, dated in early 2006, shocked the local by saying and showing that the filthy bread factory condition owned by Silverbird Group Limited at Nilai, Negeri Sembilan. Some local eyewitness captured the internal factory and gave it to the press media. Unfortunately, in the end of 2006, the Stars come up with the news about the Silverbird Limited factory actually already moving from their old factory at Nilai They state to the press that the picture may come from unauthorized parties that want to make their reputation look very bad in the eye of community. So, but after this shock news, they decided to make a police lodge so that they don't have the bad reputation from the news. This show us that by using social media or mass media, it can lead to one story about something that we are never sure about to become a headline in the news. With the existence of this theory, people use it to manipulate stories. This shows that people do use this theory by posting a fake news to either gain fame or ruin reputation of others.
An individual is a single entity that separates from a group, species, or collection. As for this theory, we will be directing an opinion or view to a person, especially the youth, as they are the new media technological generation. Why? Because younger generation are much more exposed to technology since they were born. Technology has invented a variety of communication devices such as mobile phones, tablets, and laptops, which has become a necessity to do everything with and create anything from the tips of our fingers using internet network. With the internet, there is no limits, and if it's not used with considerably a healthy amount of usage and out of control, it can cause an individual to feel certain things or think unnecessary thoughts and probably getting convinced or persuaded every single second about anything and everything whenever there's internet involved in between communication or doing personal things or in a professional setting. A group usually consists of two people or more people in a circle, one would say. Usually, there is a head and its followers, or it could be just a group of friends with close relationship, whether it's from classmates or just general friendship who share the same interests or hobbies together in a group. But how do we put the theory to the test with a group of people? According to this theory, the words and actions of the group's influential leader may represent the absolute truth, and the group's members are eager to behave accordingly. As a result, those referred to as members will go to great lengths to be recognized as one of the community's prominent members. This theory operates in such a way that other people who witness the exchange will then follow suit. An organization is a collection of individuals who cooperate or work or study together. For example, a neighborhood association, a charity, a corporation within a firm, or any group of people engaged in work-related activities with the aim of starting a company or establishing something. In this context, this theory is to be reckoned with when a corporation business company have certain targets of audience or buyers to attract, and they have plans and phrases or additional use of technology to charm and pull in people. The theory will be applied when a customer is captivated by the idea of benefits they are going to gain if the collaboration happens. This is when the magic bullet theory came to life. Customer agreed to their terms and conditions, then the company will gain another potential customers that will spread good news about the organization to other customers through spoken words or just by posting a post to a social media account like LinkedIn.
It is debatable that the media effect in communicating with the audience is based solely on assumptions about human nature and not on empirical research findings. In 1973, a radio broadcast of The War of the Worlds have caused a panic among American audience. The idea demonstrates that the audience are powerless to resist the message injected by the media. But in today's time, people are more self-aware about the things going around them. They can differentiate between fictions and facts. There are, of course, pros and cons to everything, and this theory is not excluded. The pro of this theory is that people can be easily influenced by media, and this can help to control and sustain order in certain countries or states. The cons would be that people nowadays have the freedom to post and share what they want on the internet, and sometimes fake news can be more influential than the truth. So, where do we see magic bullet theory in 5 years? In my opinion, this theory would be less influential as people are more aware of the control the media holds. People would be cautious about brainwashing videos or words. That's all from us, the 6. Thank you for watching.